For some of you, you may have been coming out of a place where either you were feeling exhausted or very overwhelmed or stressed, or maybe you need to really get some rest, or feeling like you couldn't communicate with maybe your significant other or the person you're in a relationship with. For some of you, it may be a situation where you could be in a relationship or in a marriage with someone where you need to remember not to let that individual walk all over you. Or maybe it's a situation where you feel like this person is a coward and they don't stick up for you when it's time for you to when it's time to be sticking up for you, whether that's with your finances, whether that's with the finances, or whether that's with for whoever you feel like you need to be stood up. For whoever you feel like they need to stand up for you too, or against. For some of you, it may be a situation where you're really stressed, you're overwhelmed. For some of you, you could be going to the worst case scenario where you really think this person is cheating, or you really think this situation isn't going to work out, or something is not going to come through. And a lot of times your thoughts could be just unfounded, or you just going to the worst case scenario. But for some of you, it could just be a lot where you feel like, if you're in a marriage or if you're in a relationship, this could be an individual that when you first met this person, everybody thought on the surface this person was good. They would take care of you, whatever the case may be. But in the end, when you guys finally got married behind the scenes, or even if you're not married, like I said, once you guys really settled in after being in a relationship for a good amount of time, people probably realized, well, not people, maybe you realized that this individual was hiding something behind the surface, or they just looked good. Like I said, it just looked good on the surface. And maybe behind closed doors, you maybe realize this person is very materialistic or very power hungry for finance, where they could be the type of person that maybe they gamble a lot, or they could drink a lot, or they could be the type of individual that just works a lot because that's what they're used to, but they don't realize that they could be neglecting their family. They could be neglecting their family, but it's not on purpose. It's because of the fact that they're used to working a lot, or they're used to just being a provider and not having to worry about a lot of the feminine aspects of a relationship, or thinking about is my spouse okay, or how my spouse is doing. For some of you, you could just, like I said, you could just be really, really stressed out. You could be losing sleep or not getting enough sleep. For some of you, you could have insomnia or have trouble with nightmares or something like that. And you may feel like your partner is not realizing that, or, when you try to communicate with them, the conversation could be just a little bit more aggressive. For some of you, you may feel like this individual, like y'all have two different backgrounds, like y'all were raised totally different, where either you feel like this person is the type of person who they were raised differently. Like they don't believe in spirituality, or one person believes in spirituality and the other person does, or it's just a part of your values. Like I said, this individual, if you're in a relationship, this individual may be the type of person that's used to working, used to gambling, used to risky business, or, being only worried about the money aspect and not really being the type of husband or boyfriend that's worried about all the emotional and feminine aspects of the relationship. But it's just because they were raised that way, or that's how they were brought up. For some of you, you could feel like you and this individual, or you could feel like you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, and you feel like that person doesn't stand up for you, or that person isn't there to support you like that when it comes to the robbing Peter to pay Paul aspect of things, or something about maybe worried about money for a home, or mortgage, or something like that. Take the messages as they resonate. Don't try to make them fit.